Hi everyone, welcome to the Monday Angel Messages. I'll just start to get everyone online. Just waiting for the Facebook Live to come on. Hey, hopefully you can see and hear me. I've just got to check on Facebook that I'm actually on. Okay, I think I am. So please send me a message if I'm doing it via Zoom. So send me a message if you can hear me, okay? And hi Amanda, hi Natalie. You can hear me loud and clear. Thanks, Jody. I really appreciate it because I'm doing it on Zoom and I'm kind of watching myself live as well, which is really bizarre. So I'll go back to the live stream so I can just do it from here, and I'll check in with you occasionally. So this is a little bit of an experiment because my brand new camera is kind of too good for Facebook, so it makes the live really fuzzy. So I'm trying it through Zoom to see if that's a little bit better. So my question with you today is, have you been feeling frustrated or held back or blocked in any way over the last few weeks since the beginning of the year? You felt like the new year was going to bring new energy and you've set your intentions. Maybe you're shifting to a different frequency, maybe you're making big changes, or maybe you're just looking to tweak things, like really open that third eye and open your intuition, or manifest something really big and important in your life. So this is what the angels want to talk to you about this week before we do the reading, is really discuss how you've been feeling, and if you're feeling like there's some little blocks that you can't quite see yet in your way. And we're going to use this live stream today as a way to reset your energy and to give you some insights, ideas. I just saw a white orb show up to the right. Give you some insights and ideas about what you can do to really make a change. And every now and then, as we go through the year, we're going to have to make adjustments. We're going to have to realign our energy because we're going through such rapid changes. So it's about allowing yourself to recognize when you're feeling like you're lagging behind or your energy doesn't feel quite right, and go, okay, what do I need to tweak myself? Because remember, one of the big themes for 2021 is about you residing fully in your power. And you know, your spiritual guides, your angels, the divine, the universe, they don't want your power. They don't want to take over your life. They don't want to control things. They don't want to tell you what you should do. They're here to help you, absolutely, in every way they possibly can. But you have to own the power, which means taking full responsibility and recognizing that no matter what shows up for you, you can overcome the challenges. You can manifest what you need if you work closely with your soul, your spirit, and with the angels and your guides at all times. That makes the biggest difference, and you'll start to see more rapid changes. Now, what I see a lot of people doing on this path is that they go, oh good, there are angels, there are guides that I can ask for help. And they forget that they're an integral part of this process, that you have to do certain things. You have to be a certain way. You have to align yourself constantly, really, to keep remembering to things like gratitude, to keep remembering to watch what you say and what you think, and what words you're using to describe your life and the things that you want. To remember to tap in to the angels and the universe and your spiritual guides for guidance regularly, that they're not like genies that you have to kind of throw something out there like, fix this for me, and they're just going to do it. Sometimes, more oftentimes, there are things that you have to do that they will give you guidance, and you have to take the steps. The instructions are given to you, or the options are given to you. You have to take the steps to make it happen. You know, if you just sit still or sit in bed under your duvet, nothing much is going to happen. So we have to keep our energy aligned. We have to co-create. We have to remember that we're in the physical and we've got more power than we realize. And sometimes we have to make the change that is going to open the door for things to happen. So I'll just check the comments in a second and see what you are feeling. You know, what do you want to manifest? Hi, Cassandra. Hi, Jessica, Pippi, Jane. Nice to see you here. You know, are you feeling that sense of frustration? This is really weird looking at myself doing the talk and then but I can keep an eye on the comments if I do this. Okay, so remember that we're working with the archangels as well as your personal guardian angels and your spiritual guide or guides that are with you at this time. And that really at the moment there is a lot more spiritual help available than usual. And the reason for that is because we need to lift our consciousness as a whole, humanity as a whole. And the only way that we can have any power over what other people are doing, we can't. All we can do is lift our own vibration, lift our own consciousness, make our own changes, and trust the truth that will have a ripple effect, and you become a role model for other people. So, you know, you start to improve your life, you start to make some changes, and you don't have to tell people like, you have to do what I did. But people will say to you, like, what are you doing differently? You look so much better, you look so much happier. What are you doing? And then you might say, well, I'm meditating more, I'm using affirmations, I'm doing gratitude, I'm doing yoga, whatever it is. And in that way, you become a role model, because as humans, we have to see other people do things. It's just part of being a human, is that we see other people do things and then we realize, oh, I can do that too. But isn't it true, if someone tells you to do something and they make it a rule, sometimes there's a part of us, I know in myself, I'm a rebellious Aquarian, like, I don't like being told what to do. Nobody likes being told what to do. So when we see someone else doing it, we always go, right, okay, what are they doing? What are they doing that is making those changes? So not only that, but when your consciousness rises, you actually have you have an effect on other people. Your positive energy changes the energy of the room, of the town, of, you know, of wherever you go. So it's more about looking after yourself and doing those things that you need to do to make some adjustments. So because I'm feeling a sense, when I tune in, I feel a sense of frustration, disappointment, and fear around, because there are certain things that perhaps we expected to have changed by now, certain things personally and in the world that we wanted to see change, and they don't feel like they're changing. So that can begin to sort of weigh you down, and then self-doubt can creep in. So this is why the angels wanted to talk to you today about doing a little bit of a reset so that you can go, okay, I can feel myself going down a bit, getting a bit disappointed, being a bit frustrated, or wondering how it's all going to work out. I'm going to reset my energy so that I can draw a line in the sand. So I'm going to put the self-doubt, the fear, the negative energy behind me, and focus on my journey and rippling that bright energy out for everybody else. That's really what the angels are talking about. So one thing that came up when I was connecting this morning was about the words that you use and the power of the words. So what words do you want to choose that describe the way you want your life to be. You want to feel what you want to feel, what you want to experience, what you want to attract in. So, maybe just right now you could choose 3 words that describe what it is that you want to create. So rather than what you don't want to create. And as Jane just said, or maybe it was Francis, it's difficult. Okay, Jane. It's difficult when you feel tired. Yeah, that's right. But tiredness, I mean, it's a call from your body to rest. It's a call from your body to maybe reduce the amount of energy that you're putting out there, or maybe it's to shift a little bit so that you're doing, equal amount of things that give you energy as things that that take your energy, so that you're balanced. So being tired, I noticed something a while ago. I went through a period of having really bad anemia. And I noticed around that time that whenever I used the phone to type something, if I put I am, my predictive text wrote tired. So that was a word that I was using a lot. I was writing it a lot. I was saying it a lot. I was thinking a lot in my mind. And it isn't to say that I wasn't tired. I was. And I needed to do something about it. And it was, mostly because of the iron issue. And when I fixed that, it started to change. But when we want to change something, it's good also to think, okay, I want to feel vital. I want to feel energized. And you can even have that as an affirmation. Energized, vital. I am energized. I am vital. I am full of energy. And at the same time, have a look, take stock in your life and go, okay, why am I tired? What's going on here? So Pippi says, patience, helper, and love. Lovely. Natalie says, infinite, overflowing abundance. Jessica says, abundance, love, and joy. Perfect. So write those words down. Put them somewhere, maybe in your phone, in your journal, or maybe I just still love post-it stickers. Pop them on the fridge, in your wallet, in your car, and say them or think them as often as you want. So you can say, I am full of wonder, I am prosperous, I am loved, I am energized, vital, and fulfilled, I am patient, I am loved, I am helping, or I have help, whatever you're manifesting there. The more that you say and write and think those words and make them a strong focus in your life, the more they will show up. I promise you this. I did this exercise some time ago, and all of a sudden the words that I chose started to be reflected back at me. People would say to me, like one of my words was amazing or successful. People would say to me, you're amazing. This is amazing. I was getting it in lots of emails and messages. The 3 words that I chose kept coming back. So that's the beginning of the universe showing you that you are actually manifesting what you're thinking about when it starts to be reflected back at you. And it gives you a chance to recognize, okay, what am I thinking about that I don't want that is coming back at me? Because remember, your inner self and your body, they are always listening to what you're thinking and saying. And so most of the time we're not conscious of what we're thinking and saying. We're saying things like, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I'm fed up, I'm sick of this, I'm sick of that. That's manifesting and it's reflecting back at us, and it's making us believe that that is the truth for all of us. And then we've got a little gateway in the brain that picks out the things that we're focused on. So, I recently bought myself a Mazda. I never noticed how many Mazdas, CX-5s, are on the road. I see them all the time now, especially in the colour that I've got. And that's the Raz. It's picking out Mazdas. I never noticed them before. They weren't in my consciousness, so I wasn't particularly looking for them. And I don't have to be looking for them to notice that there is a lot of them around. So if you start focusing on energized, patience, love, peace, harmony, you're going to see that showing up. If you start focusing on abundance, prosperity, gratitude, more things that reflect that are going to start showing up. And in the same way as if you start focusing on, okay, I want a new car, I want a partner in my life, I want beautiful, healthy, organic food, or whatever it is, the universe, your reticulating system and in your brain and the universe will start bringing those things and putting them in front of you more and more and more until they actually show up full time in your life. So it's all about what we focus on as what shows up, but also our whole brain is set up to pick out those things. So I was talking with a friend this morning, I haven't seen her for a long time, she's a beautiful soul, and we were talking about two separate incidents that we both had over the last 2 days that were spiritual incidents. Something showed up that we hadn't seen before, and one of us saw some lights in the sky moving like a UFO. And we were talking about how, especially in the spiritual realm, that sometimes spirit, the angels, your guides, your deceased loved ones, cannot or will not show themselves to us until we're ready, or unless they want us to see them, physically see them or hear them. And so sometimes people feel like, well, I'm blocked, I haven't seen an angel yet, maybe my third eye is blocked, maybe I just haven't got what it takes. But sometimes it's that you don't really know what you're looking for. You're not focused on it, like the Mazda CX-5 that I see everywhere. So it's about recognizing, okay, how am I blocking myself? Is it that I'm not looking for it? Is it that I'm not expecting it? Is it because I have a belief that says I can't see this, I can't have this, this can't be my experience? Or is it that I've got to do a little bit more work in order to raise my consciousness, in order to be ready to receive it? I've got to raise my vibration, because sometimes, like a car that you've never noticed before, it's beyond your perspective, it's beyond what you're able to see at this point, whether it's in the spiritual realm or whether it's the physical realm. I hope I'm making sense. So yes, synchronicities is another thing. When we see the 444, the 111, lots of coincidences, things crossing our path, signs and whatnot, opportunities that we've not seen before, they usually happen when we get into that frequency of gratitude and recognizing, focusing on abundance rather than limitation and scarcity. So Kate says she's had so many synchronicities in the last few days, more than you've ever had before. Yeah. So this is what the angels are saying. It is time for a reset. It's time to reset your mind. It's time to reset your energy. It's time to start recognizing, rather than banging your head on a brick wall and being in the frustration, stuck energy, is saying, okay, what can I do to adjust my energy in order to be back in the flow? So yeah, so 911, that's a really interesting number to see. So sometimes, are you in America, Pippi, or are you in another country? Yeah, you're in the flow, Kate. So here in Australia, 000 is our emergency services number. In England, where I'm originally from, it's 999. So I'm raised on 999 being the number. So sometimes the emergency numbers can show up to let you know, like, you've urgently got to make a change. You've urgently, the angels are trying to get your attention. But 911 can also be, okay, it's time for you to get on with your life purpose. You've got to change your thoughts, because the ones are always about changing your thoughts. So when you're seeing those triple numbers, when you're seeing the feathers, when you're getting a lot of signs and coincidences, synchronicities, it is a sign from the universe, or it's actually a sign that you have raised your vibration, and also that you are open to those signs. You are recognizing your RAS in the brain, little gateway, is now aware of those things being messages, so they're able to send you more and more of those signs. Okay, so you're in the USA, so it could be for you. You've got to urgently get on with your life purpose. You've got to tune in. Thanks, Pippi. Hi, Fatima. Jane gets 1112. Yeah. So that's about your thoughts and about praying. So you've really got to get your thoughts in alignment with what you want and with higher vibration. Watch your thoughts, you're manifesting. And the two can be like your manifestations that are starting to show through the earth. 555 is big changes are coming, good changes. 777, I saw so many 77s. I did a road trip on the weekend. They're about, yes, you're on the right track, keep going. And 888 is abundance is on its way. You've got to tune your thoughts to spiritual abundance. So when you hear songs like the Queen songs that Tracy's listening to, which songs are they? So it could be about the Queen, a queen, or it could be the lyrics of that particular song or the title of that particular song. So 444 is the angels are with you. They're all around you. It's like seeing a white feather. 444. 422, so it's about your prayers coming to fruition. So you put your hands together and pray and ask the angels for help with whatever you need help with at the moment. Also, the angels are helping you manifest what you need. So keep on with the manifesting because that's making a difference. Yeah. I love this. Oh, apart from the fly that's coming to join us. I have to look up what fly is in spiritual meaning. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, let's ask the angels for some guidance. And what I really want you to think about is resetting your thoughts, choosing those 3 words, maybe more, but 3 is a good number. Success, abundance, joy, happiness, health, vitality, strength. What do you want to manifest? Choose 3 words that are your experience and then put them everywhere. Post-its, putting them on your phone screen or writing them on your mirror and saying those words, and then start to notice the words reflecting back at you, and then that's a sign that you're definitely drawing new energy to you. Start to weed out the words that you don't want to manifest. Start to change that. Okay, you find yourself thinking, oh, I'm so sick of this, this, and this. And then you go, okay, I've got to do something about that. What do I do in order to change it? Well, one thing I can do is start to ask for something different, change my thoughts, and stop saying, I am so fed up, sick, tired, what? Stop saying it. Because you don't want that coming back at you. You're holding it there in your vibration the more you complain. 6666 is a number that is about changing your thoughts away from lack and thinking that everything is all just in the physical material world, and start thinking about gratitude and abundance, which is exactly what you're doing, Kate, and manifesting through the spiritual rather than it all just being like, I've got to work harder to get more money, or I've got to change things in the physical. Go back to the spiritual. All right, so we're going to call on Archangel Gabriel this week, who is the messenger angel. And I'm actually presenting a webinar next Friday the 26th, so it's in 11 days time. It hasn't gone yet. Some people wrote to me and said, I missed the webinar. No, you didn't. It's on the 26th of February. And it's Angel Protection for Empaths. And this one we're going to be working with Archangel Michael and some of the other archangels like Gabriel, Uriel, and Raphael. I'm going to teach you one of my invocations, which is super powerful to bring protection around you. And then in, where are we? March, I'm doing a webinar with Archangel Gabriel, and it's going to be all about life purpose. But that one's not for sale until after the next one. So we're working with Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel helps us to understand and receive messages from the divine. But also, Gabriel helps us with our messages that we are sending out. So through the throat chakra, because you have a unique voice, and your voice, every sound in this world has a vibration, it has a frequency. So your voice is one of your manifesting tools. When you say something, that resonates throughout the universe. So it's very, very powerful. That's why you've got to watch what you say. Watch what you think and watch what comes out of your mouth. So you are a messenger for other people too, and your messages get shared. So you have to really be careful about what energy you're sending out with your voice. You know, sometimes when we feel drained around some people, it's not because they're a draining person that there's anything wrong with them or negative at all. It's just that they're using their voice in the wrong way. They're using it to complain. And that lowers the frequency. So you start to feel yourself, your own energy drop. Or you might even notice yourself when you're in company and you start talking about something negative, you might get a lump in your throat. Or you might start to feel like you're coughing. Or you might start to feel like, I can feel these people are not happy because I'm sharing a negative energy. Happens to us all. So you have to then become conscious. Now, of course, if you're having therapy, you're going to a healer, or you're talking to a friend about something that's happened to you that you are ready to heal, you want to share it so that you can heal it, that's okay, as long as you're not doing it repeatedly. Because people who complain repeatedly and don't know anything about what they are struggling with are holding themselves in victim frequency. And victim frequency makes you powerless, and it attracts bullies. It attracts negative energy to you. So you've got to make sure that you're not repeatedly complaining about the same thing, because that will drain your friends and loved ones. Go and find a therapist, go and find a healer, go and find someone who will help you to remove that energy so that you don't have to stay in that frequency too much. You know, we've all done it, and there's no one here that hasn't. There's no perfect human being on earth, right? We're all here learning. But if we don't learn our lessons and we keep stuck, we start to abuse and misuse the energy that Source God gives us. And we have this immense power inside of us to create, to manifest, to co-create with our angels, to help other people, to help the world. At the moment, we cannot shift the issues that we're dealing with on the planet until everyone starts to change their consciousness. Now, of course, not everyone is going to, but enough people change their consciousness. And what has happened is there's been this low energy has come in using social media, spreading fear in the name of spirituality. And so many spiritual people who before this stuff that was going on used to be holding a high vibration for other people, holding light, and now spewing fear and negativity and thinking that it's spiritual, they are no longer holding that space. So we're kind of doing this thing collectively. The angels are speaking through me here. We're doing this thing collectively where we're going up and down, up and down. Now, people, many sensitive, energy sensitive people are feeling this. It can feel like depression and sadness and loneliness and devastation. And then you're like, oh, I feel okay today. And then you go down again. And that's because you're feeling the collective consciousness. And, you know, you probably know spiritual people who have been spreading fear. And many beautiful spiritual people that I know are frightened because they're like, I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know what to believe anymore. So those of you who can hear me say this, not everyone is going to want to hear me say this, or even is hearing me. Do it yourself. Do what feels right for you. Change your consciousness. Even if you believe that there is some dark negative energy or that there is something wrong, doesn't mean that you can't change your consciousness. Because if you are a spiritual human and you feel like you're here to hold space for others, even if you believe there is a negative thing out there, you can still change your thoughts and start to visualize it not being there anymore, right? So we could, with health issues, we can start to see those health issues in our mind starting to dissipate, dissolve, disappear. Visualize the news people saying it's gone. We're all clear. Visualize everyone being happy and healthy rather than looking for conspiracy and all that kind of stuff. Look for the light rather than the darkness, and share that rather than your fears. And then it's true, we are not perfect. No one on the planet is perfect. We're all a work in progress. We're all here on Earth School to live and learn. So that's just a little bit of advice and guidance from the angels, because we can only do us. We can't do everybody else out there. You know, I've got a relatively, you know, I've got a platform and I can share, and I'm always very careful to only share what the angels give me that comes from love. That comes from love. So we're working with Archangel Gabriel because Gabriel is the messenger. So we're asking Archangel Gabriel, what do we most need to know at this time? I'm just going to check in that I'm still, yeah, I just have to check my own. I'm live from Zoom, so I can't see the comments if I'm on Zoom. And if you're confused about what to believe, go within. Go within. What feels good and right? So Archangel Gabriel, what do we need to know for the greatest good right now? Okay, we've got 4 cards. Now I'm going to pull one from the Keepers of the Light. I have 4 decks here because they all wanted to come and play today. You're welcome, Fatima. So we've also got with us today, we have some very, we have some of the Ascended Masters with us too. So I'm feeling Krishna. I'm definitely feeling Saint Germain and of the Violet Flame. Archangel Michael is with us as well. Now, how is this? I've got goosebumps. I'm just going to go back to checking the camera. I hope I'm not in reverse, but I may be. So this is Earth Connection, Gaia. Now, the colors on this card, we're talking about looking after the earth. So we have to, each of us, wrap the earth in protective light. We have to see people across the world, all people, as being happy, healthy, healed, and be mindful of what energy you are sharing, because it spreads across the planet. This is also a message to be grounded. Have you noticed, like, sometimes when you're maybe on social media a lot, or you get to thinking about all the things, you can sort of go out of your body a bit and feel very lightheaded and discombobulated, and you feel scattered and you can't focus. So this is a message to ground. Now, grounding can be very simple as just going out into nature, but I know some of you in the Northern Hemisphere, it's snowing at the moment, so you might not want to be out there. If you can get out there, go even for 5 minutes. But if you can't, you can still ground yourself from inside your home. So you can take some deep breaths. You can send beautiful red energy roots from your base chakra or your feet into the center of the earth. Imagine a red rock in the center and wrap those tree roots around it. Take deep cleansing breaths. Visualize yourself leaning on a tree, or go and lean on a tree. Make sure you eat things like root vegetables, some potatoes or carrots or anything that grows under the ground, but mindfully, because you're focusing on being earthed. Anything that makes you feel more in your body. Exercise, you know, that's probably one of the best things. Be fully grounded on the planet, because we love to connect to the other realms, but if we're not grounded, the information they send us isn't able to be translated and manifest into the earth. So that's a message from Gaia. So the first card, would you believe? Of course you would, is the 2 of Gabriel. And this is Archangel Gabriel. And this is giving us our guidance for what we most need to know. So let me just keep checking on the comments. So here we have Archangel Gabriel watching over this pair of people. They're walking along the beach, so they're keeping grounded. They've got their shoes and socks off. And this is about getting together with people that you feel at home with. Whether you do it over the internet, whether you do it in person, like my family in the UK, they're all on lockdown. In Australia, some parts of us, we're not. In Melbourne, they're in lockdown. We can't connect personally, but we can online. We can do Zoom. We can chat in groups. We can do stuff like that. So this is about connecting with like-minded, because then you're going to feel calmer. You're going to feel calmer. And if people don't feel like they match you, rather than judge them or anything, just kind of swerve. just avoid. If you're not feeling, you know, fully grounded or fully in your body, or you don't have to convince other people of anything. The angels told me a long time ago that it actually dissipates your own faith, it drains your own faith when you try to convince someone that to believe what you believe. It's better to just believe what you believe and hold on to it and love those other people, because they may never believe in what you believe, and that's okay. We may never believe what they believe. That's okay. We need all different people who do all different things. We need people who are not spiritually orientated, because they're the ones that are grounded, that do the things that we don't want to do. So we all need to connect in, but this is a time for connecting with like-minded people, one or more people. So this is then also about resetting your vision, thinking about what it is that you want to manifest, what you want to create, and staying focused on that. Don't worry about what them out there are doing. Focus on what your vision is, what you want to create, and you'll be able to make great strides. But it's kind of getting into partnership with people, connecting with like minds. That's going to give you the energy to move forward. This one I love. So this is our guidance. So Kate says, I'm connected with like-minded. I feel very driven to do it. Yes, yes, me too. So here we've got the sun. Now this is Archangel Uriel, who I mentioned earlier. Archangel Uriel helps us to understand our guidance, but not just understand it, to follow it. So he holds a light on our path so that we can see where we're going. And it's not a floodlight. We can't see the whole path. We can only see the steps that are in front of us. Now, this is about positive thinking. The sun, it's about positivity, working in the light, being in the light, allowing yourself to move through the gateways that open for you when you focus on gratitude, affirming, using the words, thoughts that match your positive vision. So look how when you're around people that lift you up, that match you, and I'm not talking about discriminating against people that don't, right? It's ridiculous to think that. It's about when you're with like-minded people and people who understand where you're going. Some people will never understand. I can remember when I started my business as an angel medium, an energy healer, and a massage therapist. That was how I started. And I remember ringing some family members, and they were like, no, you can't do that. It's ridiculous. And you know, some friends even said, this won't work. You live in a rural area. Who's going to come for an angel reading in a rural area? And other people said, no one's ever made money doing stuff like that. Well, here I am, nearly 18 years later, still doing it. And without any other form of income. Thank you very much. But those people at the time, I used to bang my head on a brick wall like, yes, but if you could just understand, they didn't understand. They weren't on my wavelength, neither did they need to be. But now, most of those people fully understand and support what I do. They've come around. But at that time, I needed people who were on my wavelength, and they were the ones that I shared my ideas with. They were the ones that I asked for advice from. They were the ones that I gave feedback. You know, I need a bit of mentoring. I just need to get this off my chest. Those people were supportive, and they really helped me move forward. So I didn't abandon my family or dislike them. I just was more careful about what I shared. And this is kind of what this is saying. Find some people that you can bounce your ideas off, who get you. Maybe it's a mentor, maybe it's a guide, maybe it's a healer. And then you start to reset your thoughts. Positive thinking is going to get you through. The light is bright for you. And this one, Archangel Gabriel again, you can do anything right now. This is the outcome when you follow the guidance. So here we have the Queen of Gabriel sitting on her throne, and she's like, I'm relaxed, I'm cool, I know what I'm doing, I know where I'm going, I don't need approval, I don't need validation. She knows what she wants and she goes for it, and it's not in an arrogant or a harmful way. She gets where she got through helpful people. So you can ask your angels to help you, but you can also ask your angels to bring helpful people onto your path who will guide you. So it looks like we've got this journey of the 2, the 19, and the Sun. We've got Archangel Uriel in between the 2 Archangel Gabriel cards. Starting on your journey, being grounded, resetting your thoughts, thinking about what you want. Remember, the 2 is about prayer, intention, planting seeds that will later manifest. Use positive thinking to push you through the gateway. Really thinking about your intentions, visualizing them, not letting that self-doubt get in. It will be there. You haven't failed just because self-doubt comes up. Everyone has it. The gates are going to open when you change those thoughts. And then there you are, sitting on your throne. There's success. You've reached that place where you want to be. You feel more in control. You've got your power back. We started this whole session talking about power. You've got your power back. And you've got your spiritual helpers with you. She's got the cat at her feet. She's got the angel, Archangel Gabriel's energy behind her. I think there's an elephant, so we can thank Ganesh for that at the back. So she feels supportive. She's no longer wondering. She's moving forward. So I really love that reading for you. I hope that you found it helpful. It is about taking your power back, yeah. My dearest friend in Sydney accused me of joining a cult, made me question myself for a while, and then I knew it was coming from love, and now she just says I'm weird. Yeah. Well, some of my family members asked me if I was, you know, if I had joined some kind of cult when I started with the angels, and then I had to explain more about what I did and why I did it, and I explained it. This is my vocation. It's you know, how I help people, and then that fear. Because when people don't understand something, they fear it. And so instead of us being frustrated that they don't believe or they don't get it or that, you know, they're coming from ego, it's about going, okay, they're in fear because they don't understand it. And just because we get something doesn't mean that everybody else has to get it at all. Thank you, Max. Thank you, Kathleen and Kyla. Mary says, I'm full of energy, peace and joy. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. So angel blessings. Don't forget to sign up for an angel protection for empaths, which is Friday the 26th of February at 10 a.m. Australian time, Sydney, Australia time. It's 47 Australian dollars to join. You get the replay as well as the live if you can make the live. It's 90 minutes. I'm going to give you some tips for protecting your energy, talking with the angels, guiding you through an angel healing, a cleansing if you've ever attended one of my clearings. They're very powerful. And then, yeah, and then you get the replay afterwards. So that's around 35 American, about 25 UK pounds if you want to join that. I will put the link in the comments so that you can sign up if you want to find out about that. So angel blessings. Thank you everyone for your lovely birthday wishes that were on my Facebook page when I got up this morning. I haven't got time to reply to everyone just yet, but thank you. I really appreciate it. I had a really lovely birthday and I'm sending you loads of love. Angel blessings. Take care.